Today we are going to see the very interesting topic, business model in virtual world, exploring entrepreneurship in the metaverse and beyond. Just to imagine, you are walking into a virtual shopping mall, okay, trying on clothes with your avatar. So, attending concert from your coach or launching a startup that exit purely in the 3D digital world. This is not the science fiction. This is the emerging reality of virtual world and the metaverse. Today, we will explore how these digital environments are reshaping the concept of entrepreneurship, innovation, and what are the business models available. Here, first, you want to be understanding virtual world and the metaverse. The virtual world are immersive computer generated environments where user interact via avatar. The metaverse is on interconnected network of these virtual world, essentially a real-time 3D internet. Think of the metaverse as the next evolution of the internet, a shift from 2D web pages to 3D experience. Why I'm taking this topic today, especially for MBA students, the PG students, the massive investment from companies like Meta, especially Microsoft, Nvidia, and Spike Games. The McKinsey estimate the metaverse could generate $5 trillion in value by 2030. So the new economics are emerging: virtual land, digital fashion, crypto-based marketplaces. So whether you are going to into technology field or finance field or marketing or strategy, understanding the metaverse give you a competitive edge. We are standing at the edge of the digital revolution. As the MBA students, your role is not just to understand these changes, right? But to lead and innovative within them. The metaverse is not just a place to play. Please keep on the mind, it is a place to build, scale, and reimagine business as we know it. Okay? Let's start with the basics. What exactly are virtual world? Here, before I'm just to starting the section, I'm clearly highlighted few things here. I'm not to say after completion of this sessions, you are very well understanding of virtual models, everything, right? But anyway, at least this much of concept is there. This much of concept is going on or directly create the impact of our economy. Not only our economy, the global economy. The many of the companies, they are during the hiring time, they are asking these much of new concept in the debate and group discussion area. At least you want to know some concept. What is virtual world? What is virtual goods? What is virtual real estate? Some of the at least the few concept you can able, you can aware. That's why I'm just taking this sections. Okay. So first we can see that what is virtual world. The virtual world are computer stimulated environments where users represented by digital avatars can interact with each other and the environment in real time. They can be fully immersive, that is virtual reality based, via standard screens like games or social platforms. These world can replicate real life scenario or offer entirely imaginative and fantastical settings. That's it. Why are virtual world important for business? It is imaginative, then it is a fun related things. So why we are giving important for our business? Then now you must ask, why should business care about these digital playgrounds? The answer is very simple, because attention, innovation and value creations. You know that the consumer engagement, the young demographics, especially Gen Z, right? So, are spending hours daily in these platforms. Then brand go where attention goes, right? So the based on the customer perspective only, we just do the virtual platform is more important in our world. Second one is new revenue streams. Selling virtual goods like fashion, art, or real estate, everything to sell in the virtual mode. So the automatically the never revenue streams just to be reached on the next level. Then hosting paid events, offering services in digital format. Next one is brand positioning and marketing also. Brand like Nike, Coca-Cola, Samsung are already hosting experience inside the metaverse. They gain relevance, loyalty, and virtual engagements also. The next important is innovation sandbox. The companies prototype ideas in low risk, high feedback environment. The thing of virtual test market for products, service, ads. Then remote collaboration and training, virtual office, training simulations, immersive onboarding like Ascenger's metaverse onboarding for new hires. These virtual spaces are not just about fun, they are about function. The business can operate innovative and profit in entirely new ways. So these are the importance behind. Next, rapid growth of metaverse related platforms. Definitely we want to be accept this. The rise of these platforms is not hype. It is backed by massive user growth and corporate investment. The user base expansion like Fortnite. Yes, it's one of the platform, virtual platform. It's transisted from a game to social platform. Hosting concert with 10 plus million attendees. Then Roblox. It is also one of the virtual platform. It's over 70 million daily active users are using their Roblox. Just to think that what is the demand of this virtual platforms. Then corporate investment. Meta, I know that it's a Facebook, has invested billions into horizon world and virtual reality development. The luxuries brand like Balenciaga so are creating digital only collection and selling their uh, virtual goods. Yes. So the startups and entrepreneurs, the countless new business are launching purely digital first brand inside these spaces. Example, RTFKT, it's studio, it's one of the studio, a digital sneaker company acquired by Nike. The growth is exponential platforms. User or money are moving into the metaverse. It's creating an entirely new economic layer on the top of the internet. What is the types of virtual world? The virtual world are not one size fit all. They are diverse ecosystems, each serving different purpose. Today we will look at 4 key categories of virtual world, each with its own audience, own business potential and examples also. First, we can see the game oriented virtual world. You know, the previously I told that the most recognizable entry point is gaming. But today, gaming platform are more than games. You know very well about that. They are full-blown economy and creative hubs. The first one is Roblox, a platform where users create and monetize their own games. Over 2 million developers. You believe or not, you please check it. Over 2 million developers are making money on Roblox. Then the brands like Nike and Vans have launched immersive brand experience here. The next one is Fortnite. Once a battle royal game, now a cultural platform. Host live events like a concert by Travis Scott or Ariana Grande, such a drawing millions constant concert or hosting here. So here the income is not only for hosting the events, apart from that they gaining from many advertisements, right? Then Spike Games is building towards a full metaverse ecosystems. Next one is Decentraland. It is one of the virtual app that is the blockchain powered virtual land where people buy real estate with cryptocurrency. The business own virtual office and even venues here. Example, JP Morgan. It's opened a launch in Decentraland. Then the social virtual world. These worlds are designed primarily for connection and communication, bringing the human social experience into the digital spaces. The VR chat, virtual reality chat, the popular of its user generated environment and other freedoms. The social events, dance parties, even virtual therapy sections happen here. Then the Meta Horizon world. Meta flagship, a metaverse product, focus on virtual social experience, meetings, games. The Facebook is pivoting heavily toward this space and its next generation, the social platform. So imagine Facebook reinvented as a place where you walk into your friend room instead of scrolling their timeline. The third one is work and learning, virtual world. Post pandemic, remote collaboration and learning have gone immersive. These platforms are gaining traction among enterprises and educational institutions. Spatial, it's a high finally 3D workspace for team meeting and presentations. The many peoples are aware about that platforms used by design teams, even the marketers and even art galleries also. Then Gather, a 3D pixel related virtual office, think Zoom Meets, video game, then popular for casual remote workspace, that being some presence back into the remote teams. Then Engage, designed for education, training and virtual conference, used by universities and corporations for interactive lectures and simulations. These platforms turn positive Zoom into active, engaged collaborations. Next one is blockchain based virtual world. Here, the ownership is key. The blockchain blocked world based world enable user to own land, assets and identity, unlocking a decentralized digital economy. The sandbox, the user buy land, build games, create experience and monetize them. The big partners include Adidas, Atari, and some of the Snoop Dogs who owns virtual real estates there. Then Somnium Space, that is full virtual world with blockchain integrations. Support virtual commerce, the real estates and custom avatars as that is a fungible token. That is, we can shortly say that NFT, non-fungible tokens. These worlds are the part of the Web3 movement. Yes, the type of virtual world. The 4 types I just to highlighted here: gaming, social, work and learning, and blockchain based. So where value creation and control shift from corporation to the users. So as we have seen the virtual world come into many forms, right? Whether it is concert in Fortnite, a team meeting in Spatial, or the digital creation page. Yes, in the sandbox, these platforms are reshaping how we live, work, and build brand in the digital age. The next one is digital real estate, right? Let's now zoom in on one of the most fascinating and fast growing sector in virtual world digital real estate. I hope that many of the students these things just to be heard about that first time, few of them knowing little bit, right? Nowadays, the most of the cosmos and cosmosity people and that is metro city people's hardly knows about their digital real estates. Yes, just like physical real estate, the people are buying, selling, and even renting land, but inside the metaverse. So, what is digital real estate? First, we want to understand now. It refers to virtual land or property in a digital world. You can buy plot of land inside platforms like Decentraland, the Sandbox, or Somnium Space. We can buy it. These land parcel are often represented as NFT. Yes, I already told now. That is non-funding tokens, funding tokens, right? So, which means each piece is unique, tradable, and verifiable to the blockchain. In the metaverse, land is limited and often located on a grid, just like a real city. And just like in the world, location matters. So, how digital land is monetized? That doubt also we having now. Okay, the buying, it's okay. Then how we can monetized? You may wonder, why would someone pay thousands or even millions for land that it's not real? So the answer is revenue opportunities and brand presence that is available in the digital land. It's not real, I accepted, but the revenue opportunity is high, right? So automatically the people focused on the digital land. So here, how digital land can generate income? That is the next doubt. Built virtual store or showrooms. Brand can create interactive retail spaces. Example, Gussie Garden in Roblox or Samsung Experience Center in Decentraland. So automatically these peoples are giving rent for us. I mean the owners. We will get it rent from the retailers for us. So the rent to other users or brand. Just like now the owner lease their land for events, storefronts, or pop-ups. Example, landowners in Decentraland rent to some artist for exhibitions. So we will get through rent or lease amount. Then host event or experience. Conference, concert, art galleries, product launches. This time definitely we want to organize this program in the digital virtual reality. Definitely they need some space, right? So they are automatically giving some rent to the owner to use their space. So automatically the income opportunity is getting the owners, right? Then example, the Metaverse Fashion Week in Decentraland took place across various rendered land plots. Then advertising and sponsorship. Just like billboards in Times Square, virtual land can host branded ads. It's like being a landlord, developer, and even planner, all in the digital real. Okay. Then example, land sales in Decentraland. Let me give you a concrete example to show the scale and seriousness of this market. A parcel of land in Decentraland Fashion District sold for over $2.4 million in late 2021. So the investor are beating that high traffic locations in the metaverse will appreciate in value just like in Marathon or downtown London, right? So the real estate firms like Metaverse Group now specialized in digital property acquisition, leasing and development. This is not just hobbyist activity anymore. There are brokers, there are involved in the marketplace, and even virtual architects designing the digital spaces. You believe or not, this is true. Lot of job opportunities involved in the virtual world, right? So the digital real estate flips our assumption. It shows that value is not tied to physical presence, but to attention, experience, and digital foot traffic. It is not just real estate, it is a new form of digital infrastructure. This is one of the opportunity of entrepreneurship, new opportunity of the entrepreneurs to enter the virtual world. Then what is virtual goods? Right? What are the virtual goods? These virtual goods are not just the collectible. They are part of booming digital economy. So let's now look one of the most dynamic area of entrepreneurship is virtual world. Previously I told like that, right? So what are, first we can see what are virtual goods. These are digital only items used in digital world, like clothing for avatars, furnitures for virtual homes, or skins in games. These are the few examples of virtual goods. Often highly customizable, it's branded and sought after by users who want to express identity or status in the metaverse. Think of them as the digital equivalents of fashions, luxury goods, or home decorations. What are NFTs? Non-fungible tokens. Are unique blockchain certificate digital assets. These virtual goods are, we can say it's called as NFT, that is non-fungible tokens. That is, they ensure ownership, authenticity and scarcity of digital items. Allow creators and business to sell virtual goods as limited editions, tradable items. Unlike the regular digital files on non-fungible tokens cannot just be copy pasted. It's like owning the original designer handbag, not a photo of one, right? Then business models, that is selling unique item via NFT, non-fungible tokens. Here, how this turns into real business. Okay, virtual goods are there. That virtual goods are non-fungible tokens. Everything is okay. How these things related to the business model, I mean the real business, how it's correlated into the business world. That is, the creators brand design unique digital items like shoes, jewelry, or exclusive skins. These items are minted as NFTs and sold on marketplace. What are the marketplace available? OpenSea. It is one of the marketplace of virtual reality. Then Rarible. Then directly within some virtual platform, we can use it. Owners can wear them in world, display them or resell them. Why they are resell? Because sometimes for profit. Okay, so the owner just to be showcase them, then if you want to resell them. Then why this matter for business? Because the massive revenue opportunity is there. The digital goods have high margin and low overhead. Then status and identity. The people want to express themselves in virtual space just like they do in a real life. New market for creators. The artists, designers, and influencers can now build career entirely within digital world. So the virtual goods and NFTs are not a trend. They are a fundamental shift in how we can consume, express, and own in digital spaces. For business, this open up entirely new product category, new concept category, and consumer experience. Here I'm just giving some models of virtual reality. Okay, the virtual world, what are the models should be normally they are taken place or used. First one is play to earn model, P2E models. That is games that reward players with tokens or crypto. Let's dive into one of the most revolutionary business model emerging from virtual world, play to earn. That is, this model is line between gaming and the real world income, creating new way to work and earn through play. What is play to earn? In traditional gaming, you pay to play, buying the game, items or upgrades, right? But in play to earn, the game in virtual world, the game rewards you with token or cryptocurrency for your time, skill and participation. These tokens can often be traded for real world money, used to buy in game assets, some NFTs, I mean the virtual good, we can buy it, then stake or invested to earn more. The P2E turns players into the stakeholders. That is, making the game economy more participator and entrepreneurial. Example, that is Axie Infinity. That is, the player collect, it is one of the game. The player collect and bottle creators called Axis, which are NFTs. You earn token by playing. You know, at its peak in 2021. Some players in the Philippines, especially Venezuela, earn more than local minimum wages just by playing the game daily. So the Axie even enabled scholarship program where asset owners rented out their access to new players, sharing the profit. In many developing countries like US, UK, lot of developed countries also, P2E become more than a game, it become a side hustle, even full-time job. Rise of the gig economy in gaming. You know that gig economy? Yes, the gig economy, the gig workers. Yes, automatically boosting their gig economy. Gig workers is nothing. Um, they are earn part-time by interest. Yes, for balancing some financial hazard. For example, the IT people, yes, the IT person, after completing their working hours, they are working as a Rapido person, right? Because the daily to earn at least the 2 to 3 hours to on the app, then switch it off. It's not a matter. Only 2 to 3 rates. Only because of to managing their at least food expenses or some other expenses now, that is gig economy. Yes, the gig workers, we can say that these peoples are gig workers. For example, the teachers, yes, partly to take their tuition, that is gig economy. They are motivating their gig economy. Really, some of the people having their very good artist, but their professionalism may be different. So they are partly to work and to earn money. That is gig economy. So this virtual platform helpful for rise of the gig economy in gaming. The model has created a digital gig economy inside virtual platforms. The players become grinders, trainers, even merchants. Some designs and sell NFTs items or avatars. The opportunities and challenges. What is the opportunities available? Because the monetization of Laichu, that is the people earn by doing what they love. Then financial inclusion, new income sources for population with fewer job opportunities. Then game studio can build token based economies to attract the users. Then what is the challenges is behind it? That is sustainability. Many P2E economy struggle to maintain token value. Speculation versus playability. Some games become more about earning than fun. Then regulatory uncertainty. Many of the governments are still unsure how to classify play to earn income. So it is P2E is more than a game mechanic. It is on economic revolution. It shows how digital platforms can become ecosystem where user not only participator, right, but also proposer. Yes, we can share it now. We can get some income, some reward, some tokens. These are the things should be happen. This is one model. Second model is service based models. The metaverse job event planners, 3D designers and more. So far, we have looked at business models based on products, land, subscriptions, but there are another powerful dimension as service. Just like in the real world, People are building career in the metaverse by offering skills, creativity, and expertise. If you want to ask for example, if you want to know about their idea getting for infrastructures for your virtual land, means automatically some service holders are involved. We can pay the service holders to get the services. So that much of business also available in the virtual world. Then what are service based models in the metaverse? That is, these model focusing on selling time, talent, or expertise, just like real world agencies. The entrepreneurs can build business by offering creative service, that is design, animations, then organizational service, event planning, training, knowledge based service, consulting, coaching. These are the services are providing in the virtual world. So instead of selling a product, you are selling your presence and expertise in the virtual world. Then metaverse job and freelancers, who's doing what? Here are some real service role emerging inside virtual platforms. The virtual event planners organize concert, weddings, conference, and product launches. Example, DJs and MCs, master of ceremony, no? It's hosting live sessions in VR chat. Then 3D designers and builders create virtual space, home, stage, shop, essential for platform like Sandbox, Decentraland. So some specialized in avatar fashion or architects. Then virtual educators and trainers teach soft skill and hard skill or corporate training in immersive environment. The metaverse consultant advise brand on how to enter the metaverse, from land acquisition to brand activations. These are the new digital agencies. Then tour guides, the tour guides in virtual world, especially in rich explorable environment like Somnium Space or Decentraland, help user navigate events, the historical recreations or metaverse onboarding. So why it is a big deal? New freelance economy, you do not need to tech degree. You need creativity and metaverse living. Global marketplace also. Anyone from anywhere can offer service in digital space. Yeah. Then no need for office space or inventory, just tool and a digital presence. This is creating real income for real people in real time, even if the work itself is entirely virtual. The metaverse is not just a place to play or shop. It is becoming a workplace, on academy, and a stage. If you can deliver value virtually, you can build a business. What are the challenges and ethics in that field? As we venture deeper into the metaverse, it's essential to examine not just the opportunity but also the challenge and ethical dilemmas that come with it. These challenges impact business, users, and the very structure of the virtual world itself. The first one is ownership and digital rights. The ownership in the metaverse is still a gray area. Who truly owns digital assets like land, avatars, or NFTs? Blockchain offer a solution to prove ownership, but what happen if the platform itself shut down, or if your assets are migrated across different world or technologies? In the physical world, ownership of property is clear and legally backed. But in the metaverse, ownership could be complicated by platform rules, technology updates, and market fluctuations. Can a digital landowner lose their rights if the platform collapses? Or is it secured by blockchain? Right? These are the major challenges. Then in intellectual property. Who own the content that user create? If you built something in a metaverse platform, is it yours to keep or sell or modify? The idea of the digital right is complex, right? It's a dynamic. Should creators retain ownership of digital items or environment they built in virtual world? And if they do, how do they ensure that those rights are protected? Second one is privacy and safety concern. The data privacy in virtual world, users share a lot of personal data, avatars, preference, behavior, even financial transactions. How is that data stored and protected? Who owns your digital footprint? How it is used by platform operators or third-party marketers? The privacy is a huge concern in a fully digital world. In the metaverse, where people spend more time, their personal data and habits become a valuable commodity. The question is, how much control do we have over our own data? The safety concern also, just like any online platform, virtual world come with safety risk, cyberbullying, harassment, scams, and even virtual theft. Children's safety, since many metaverse platforms attract younger audience, how can we ensure that children are safe from inappropriate content or interactions? Scams and fraud. The virtual economy is still developing, and fraudulent activities like identifying theft or fake virtual goods can possess significant risk. The lines between physical and digital safety are getting some difficulties. As we enter the metaverse, we must ask, how do we ensure safety and privacy in these new spaces? That is also one of the major challenges. Next one is inequality in digital assets. Digital divide, the access to the metaverse require high-spaced internet. The virtual reality hardware are often expensive devices. Not even one can afford this, leading into the digital divide. You know that the many of the virtual reality we can use some our system also need for graphics card. Otherwise, many of the games it's not supporting. You know that normally we get the PC for 40,000 to 50,000, but in virtual reality handling system along with graphics card, everything na, we want to spend more than 1.5 lakhs or 2 lakhs. So such are the things in the major challenges. In many parts of the world, people don't have access to the tools or infrastructures needed to participate fully in the metaverse. Then skill gap also. The metaverse require new technical skills to navigate and succeed virtual reality development, blockchain knowledge, and digital assets management. However, not even everyone has the education or resources to acquire these skills. So, a lack of access to the right technology or educational resources could limit participation in the metaverse, leaving some people at a disadvantage. So, while the metaverse hold great promise, these challenges remind us that we must build responsibility. So, as business leaders, create and consumers, we have a responsibility to address these ethical issues. It's not just about what we can do in the virtual world, but about how we do it and who's benefit for this. That is most important. Then, what is the future outlook, the future trends? As we wrap up, let's zoom out and look ahead at the future of the metaverse. Experts predict the metaverse could become a $800 billion economy by next 5 years. That's on enormous shift, and it's going to have a profound impact on both the global business landscape and career opportunity for MBA graduates. The $8,000 billion plus metaverse economy by next 5 years, the metaverse is forecasted by the worth over $8,000 million according to the industrial analyst. This growth will be driven by platforms, virtual property sales, digital advertising, and virtual experience. The key drivers of the growth, the digital real estate and virtual land purchases. The metaverse enabled business from education to healthcare, gaming to entertainment. This is more than just a speculative market. It's going to the core pillar of the global economy, virtual world by become inseparable from the real economy. The career opportunity for MBA grads. What is the benefit for us? As the metaverse grow, business will lead leaders and the MBA graduates are to fill the critical role in the emerging landscape. The key career opportunities include metaverse strategy consultant. It's helping business navigate virtual world, monetized experience and design long-term strategy for growth. Then product managers for virtual products like digital assets, avatar, virtual fashions, real estates, virtual real estates like. Then blockchain developers, the designing infrastructure for ownership, transactions, then digital marketers also. Then metaverse entrepreneurs, starting new business, virtual services, assets, or entirely new virtual world. The metaverse open up unprecedented career path for those who understand the technology, the opportunity, and even the evolving business models. What are the keys, skill set is needed? That is technology skills, then strategic thinking, then creativity. It's enough. For MBA graduates, embracing the metaverse means being part of the next generation of entrepreneurs, marketers, and strategists who will shape virtual economy. The hybrid future of entrepreneurs. The future entrepreneurship will be hybrid, that is, spanning both the physical and virtual world. Business will increasingly operate in multi-channel spaces. Physical storefront or virtual platform will coexist. The omni-channel experience will allow the users to move seamlessly between the digital and physical real. MS. The most successful entrepreneur will be those who can bridge the gap between physical and virtual economies. Think of it the hybrid entrepreneurship. Your business may be brick and mortar presence, but also live in the metaverse, right? So, if having any doubt, please ask me. Previously, yes, I'm starting the session. I told like that. Yes, clearly, my intention is just 100%. It's not possible within our to the new concept, especially the virtual world. Everything conveyed to you, but my intention is at least these much of concept, the emerging concept is there in the management area, especially the entrepreneurs concern. So you just do, that is my intention. I hope that my intention is hopefully conveyed to you. If possible, really, if you are interested, this is very growing concept, very growing sector. So if you have interest, lot of certificate courses available in the Swayam portal and PTL portal regarding this virtual reality, what is virtual real estate, how we can just to become a agency of virtual real estates, or how we can the broker of virtual world. Lot of the, you just to learn one or two certificates, I mean to study one or two learning certificate regarding this, definitely it's helpful for your career, right? If possible to getting their good job from the virtual world, otherwise you can become your entrepreneurship, I mean entrepreneur in the virtual world. Okay, it's a very new concept. It's an emerging concept in the metro and cosmo cities. Okay, the remote areas maybe the next 4 to 5 years, it's taken to taking their, I mean including their syllabus, everything. Okay, I hope that all are at least just to be aware about what is play to earn, what is virtual world, what are virtual goods. Yes, everything, at least the little bit things, I feel that convey the messages to you. If you having any doubt, please ask me. No doubt? Anyone, please? It's okay. You don't have any doubts, please leave the sessions. Guys, you don't have
Thank
any
you,
doubts,
ma'am.
leave the sessions. Thank you. Can you leave the sessions, please?